uh, seperti yang sudah saya sampaikan pada kemarin, kita mulai urutan finalis yang sudah dibagikan. We present Serina. Yeah, Serina, have you ready?
Yes, Mom, I'm ready.
So we present the first finalist for English speech final round, Serina Erlin Fernandez. So you can start now.
Okay. Okay. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Esterlina Erlin Fernandez from Frateran Podor Senior High School. First of all, I'd like to thank Almighty God. It's because of Him we are able to attempt this contest. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to begin my speech with few questions. How often do you browse the internet? Do you know that there is a lot of fake information or hoaxes spread all over the cyberspace? Ladies and gentlemen, the spread of hoax news in Indonesia has increased along with the higher number of COVID-19 sufferers. Hoax is fake news or news that has no source. During the COVID-19 pandemic in Indonesia, the Ministry of Communication and Informatics records that there are 137,829 hoax news circulated on several media social. The hoax news that I ever heard and read are including preventing COVID-19 by consuming garlic and drinking water every 15 minutes. Teenagers are immune to coronavirus, and thermal gun damages brain. Personally, I think that kind of news is very dangerous because not only misleads people, but it also creates new problems for readers or viewers. Moreover, people nowadays tend to easily acknowledge all news related to the COVID-19 because they want to be literate about it. The problem is that desire is not supported by the ability to be critical. It is very risky to simply trust all news circulated on the internet, let alone forward them to our relatives without finding out the truth about it. In this case, I want to talk about how we perceive hoax news during the pandemic. I think it's beneficial for us to understand the importance of sorting hoax news out. The existence of hoax news is disturbing because it causes many problems. Let me take one example related to the hoax news that garlic can prevent and cure COVID-19. A Chinese media reported that a girl was rushed to the hospital after consuming 1.5 kilograms of raw garlic because she trusted that news. Ladies and gentlemen, that girl almost lost her life instead of sparing her health from COVID-19. Through this speech, I want all of us to be aware of the relation between hoax news and COVID-19. Ladies and gentlemen, trusting hoax news is harmful to our physical and emotional state. Applying the fabricated information from hoax news may injure our body, weaken our health, or even be the cause of new disease to our body. In addition, if we believe in all news without reviewing its validity, we become suspicious to each other and government's regulation. It can cause feelings of anger and depression. Ladies and gentlemen, as I have explained in my previous speech, it's essential to maintain our emotional state as well as our physical health in order to avoid the infection of coronavirus. We cannot let hoax news, which is snowballing in the internet, affect us. In short, let's stay away from hoax news. How to do that? Be critical. There are several simple steps we can do to identify hoax news. Firstly, let's restrain ourselves from clicking news or articles with provocative titles. Secondly, always check the site address. Remember to clicking news or remember to check the fact and picture authenticity and join the anti-hoax discussion group. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, by applying these methods, I am definitely sure that we are able to be more careful in forwarding all news we get, especially those related to COVID-19. Let's use the internet wisely and meticulously sort out the information we receive before disseminating it. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for Estelina. Maybe there's some answer that and some comment that the judges want to say to you. We present it, please.
How do we start? I cannot hear Pak Alex.
Okay, excuse me, the committee. I think it's preferable to have the speech first. So we divide this into two sections. The first one is speech making, and the second one is comments or any valuable inputs that may come from the judge. What do you think about this, Father Agus?
I think it is a good idea that we have two parts. So we listen to the speeches first, and then we comment on them. How about Helena?
Yeah.
Good idea.
Oh yeah. Sorry, Helena. This is the first time I see you. So nice to see you here in this. Hello. I can't hear your voice. You seem to unmute. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
I think it's muted from there. Or okay. Can you hear me now?
No, the committee asked us to give any comments or inputs after the performance. Yeah. I mean, after one performance. But I think we'll do this later. So to solve the continuation of the speech, I think we have two sections. Yeah. The first one is speech making, yeah. And the second one is giving comments or any inputs.
Yeah, okay, that's fine by me.
So what do you think about this, Helen? Yeah.
I agree. Let's.
Father Agus seems to agree. Yeah. Yes. Okay, that's okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
I do. Yes.
How about the committee?
Good idea.
Yeah. We think it's better if after one finalist said her speech, and then the judges give the comment or some question for her. So it's like um, that comment is not
Listrik mati ya? Nah, listrik mati.
Hoax and COVID-19.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. I think in general your performance is good, but I don't know exactly whether the committee wants us to have the speech orally without reading any text, or yeah, I don't know exactly because there is no any about this, and I think yeah, in a certain moment you still try to find the information on the text that you prepare. Yeah, yeah. uh, that's okay, that sometimes you need to do something like that. Yeah, but please be careful when let's say you won and you are, yeah, let's say you win the competition and you are chosen to represent, yeah, in a high level of competition. Don't do this if you are not required to do so. And yeah, and my question is, do you find any hoax news in your place? I mean, hoax news related to the COVID-19 pandemic. Is there any hoax in your place?
Yes, I found hoax news
In your
such as
place, I mean, East Flores.
yes er, in East Flores. This hoax news is about the thermal gun damages brain.
Yeah, then that is fine. I think, yeah, if there is any, then it is a good idea to relate, yeah, your speech to the fact that hoax also happens here in East Flores. Yeah, I don't see this in your speech. I think for the time being, it's enough for me. Please give something, Helen and Father Agus. Time is yours.
Yeah, Father Agus, maybe you want to take
Thank
this.
you, sir.
Okay. For me personally, I can see that Esther or Erlin. Last time I called her Erlin.
Yes, Father.
Erlin, can you hear me?
Yes, Father, I can hear you.
Yes. Last time I called you Erlin, so I want to call you Erlin again.
It's okay, Father.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Um, I have written here some points about the speech. I think it is okay if the participants or the contestant has the paper in front of them. It is just the matter of strategy. It is just the matter of strategy how she is able to deliver naturally. Sometimes Erlin saw the paper, but I think it's okay because the position of the body in the table, and then it's also influences. So for me, it is okay. Erlin has natural body language, a gesture, quite natural for me,
Thank you,
and
Father.
she has eye contact. Eye contact. I like that.
Thank you, Father.
And I can see the self-confidence as well.
Thank you,
I can
Father.
see self-confidence. So I think the use of text is okay. insofar as there is no clear rule about it, about whether or not the contestant used to have the has to have the text or not. So I think it should be okay.
Thank
And
you.
I get the topic of the speech after Erlin gave some questions. And I write here hoax news. The topic, yes, COVID-19 and hoax news. So I can still get the topic of Erlin's speech. I think overall it is good because of that. I can hear clearly and get the point with a good structure.
Thank you, Father.
Then,
How about the other?
Father Agus,
Yeah,
hello, Father Agus, can I say something
yeah,
again? Then we need to make an
yes,
approval. I mean, with the committee, we need to make an approval that text is allowed. Yeah, text is allowed. So that yeah, we have one. I mean, one perception. Yeah, we have the same perception about this. Because
that's good.
in some other competitions, usually written texts are sent to the judge first, and they have to perform orally without looking at the text. But this time, let's make an agreement or an approval that a text is allowed,
Yes,
so that there is no hesitation anymore in judging the performance of the contestants. Thank you, Father Agus.
yeah,
Maybe we need to have
yes.
yeah, we need to to hear from the committee about this.
Yes, yeah. That's only my opinion about a speech.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, that's okay.
Yeah. So let's ask the committee: is the text allowed or not allowed?
Actually, maybe 2 days ago, we had told to the finalists without text. So text not allowed, but now it depends to the judges. If it's okay with the judges, they use text, then we can change the rule. Okay. But it's
Yeah.
yeah, it's uh, uh, apa? Influence ya. Okay, sorry. It's gonna influence the formula the sorry performance of the finalist.
Okay, so we have got the point that text is allowed, even though you actually had a rule that text, we haven't got any information about this. So
Yeah. So
we have already made an approval. Text is
it
allowed, but not by let's say
yeah.
not by keeping the text, yeah, keeping the text in hands. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
How about Helena, Ibu? Helena, what do you think about it, Helena?
About text or about the comment?
Yes. Comment
First,
on the text. Yes.
The
Oh,
text
first
first.
on the text. Yeah. Okay, so regarding text, I wouldn't mind to have a text, but it's not the whole content of the speech that should be looked at the context, because I think it is also to know the intentionality of the contestant when they do the speech or when do the competition. I think that's the whole point about competitions, is the strategy of their understanding on the topics. Even if I speak in a big in a big conference or whatever, I always need a text, just to guide me on outline, to give me an outline on what I have to speak. To have an outline, it's also good way to strategize or to structure your speech, as long as it's not like that they just look the whole context into that. But I think for this, because depending if it's really short time for them to prepare this context and this competition, that is quite fair if they have a note in front of them to run through while their speech.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I go along with Helena because the time wise is very short.
Yeah, it's very short. It's fair. Yeah.
They should be allowed to have the text. It's fair.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think we agree that it's allowed for the contestants. So Helena,
Yeah.
maybe two judges had said their comment. Maybe you can say something for the first finalist.
Okay, so well, with Esterina Erlin Fernandez, with the main topic of fake news, I think she has quite a structure in the way of giving a speech. Yeah, there are in presentations. When I studied how to present, in presentations there are only 3 rules on how you present. Is number 1, you have to have a right posture, which is shoulder up, eye contact, and make your connections to the audience immediately. And one way to connect your audience, your speech or your topics with the audience immediately is through either bold statement, a story, make a joke about things, or make a funny stories about things, just to get audience attention to it. And the number 3 is question. So for me, Esterina has all these 3 already. Eye contact, get audience attentions by making the questions. And there's quite a structure in there. There's including a couple of opinions, line of data, problems, and even solutions that she's presented in her speech. So, but of course, I agreed with Pa Alex. There's one thing like in Carlina's speech is that lack of proximity. In that tone that, when you talk about fake news, it's always good to have a proximity, which means there's how relatable your issues with your local context. With that, it's a lot easier for your peer or for your audience to understand what you're talking about. Sometimes you talk too much about outside the wall that people have no connections with. And if your strategy is to make them agree with your opinion, then it has to be close to your own up and personal situations as well. Otherwise, I think you nailed it, and best, very good. That's from me.
Mom. Thank you, Mom.
Okay, thank you for Estelina, and thank you for your speech. We shall wait for the result. Okay. Okay, we go to the next contestant, Maria Evarista Lamablawa from SMAK, Lamahobat. Maria?
Yes. Okay. Thank you for the time and opportunity. Good morning and best wishes to all of us. Allow me to introduce myself.
No, sorry, I hardly can hear the speech.
Yes.
The microphone is muted.
No, it's hard for me to hear the speech. It's just no way I can hear the speech.
I couldn't hear it too. I couldn't hear her either.
Maria, maybe you can make your voice louder, or you can go to some the volume of your phone. Maybe you can get it bigger.
Okay.
Maria?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you for the time and opportunity. Good morning and best wishes to all of us. Allow me introduce myself. My name is Maria Evarista Lamablawa from Lama Holot Senior High School. I stand here will deliver the speech with the title COVID-19's Effect on Inflation. The Honorable the jury, which I respect the commit for implementing the English speech competence, and I love my friends who entered this final round. For the first, let us praise and thank the presence of one and only God, because it is only for His blessings and gifts so that we can arrive at the final round of this English speech competition. On the occasion, I will make a speech about COVID-19's effect on inflation. Ladies and gentlemen, COVID-19 has a very large impact, even spreading to various fields, especially the economy in Indonesia. If this impact is seen in relation to inflation, it is very influential in Indonesia. Why do I say so? Because in the midst of the COVID-19 conditions, especially in Indonesia, especially in areas, sorry, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I can hear you.
Can I try again? Because I think Mr. Alex not hear me. The network is not good.
Can you repeat, please? Because I was lost.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I try again?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go.
Please repeat again your speech.
Okay. Thank you for the time and opportunity. Good morning and best wishes to all of us. Allow me introduce myself. My name is Maria Evarista Lamablawa from Lama Holot Senior High School. I stand here will deliver the speech with the title COVID-19's Effect on Inflation.
Come again.
Honorable
Sorry. Sorry. It's very broken to me. I'm really sorry for this inconvenient connection. Can you repeat from your name, please?
My name is Maria Evarista Lamablawa.
Hamablawa.
Maria Evarista Lamablawa.
Okay, Lamablawa. Okay, go on, Korean.
The Honorable the jury, which I respect the commit for implementing the English speech competence, and I love my friends who entered this final round. For the first, let us praise and thank the presence of one and only God, because it is only for His blessings and gifts so that we can arrive at the final round of this English speech competition. On this occasion, I will make a speech about COVID-19's effect on inflation. Ladies and gentlemen, COVID-19 has a very large impact, even spreading to various fields, especially the economy in Indonesia. If this impact is seen to relation in inflation, COVID-19 has a very large impact in areas that are affected by COVID-19. Why do I say so? Because in the midst of the conditions of COVID-19, a lot of people are competing to buy daily necessary, especially foodstuffs, face masks, hand sanitizers, and others in large quantities. At the same time, companies and factories are slow and even unable to produce community needs due to all restrictions. Over time, the stock of goods in the market or supermarket will run low. So the policy taken is to increase the price of goods so that factories can still earn income. Ladies and gentlemen, inflation at the time of the COVID-19 outbreak was much heavier than the previous year. Because now, when there was inflation, many people had no income. So it was very difficult to meet their daily needs. Ladies and gentlemen, if the impact of inflation is seen in areas that are less affected by COVID-19, including my area, Adonara, inflation is true, but it was different. Is that even though there is inflation, but people in my area have many side jobs, such as farmers, fishermen, and weavers. So the problem of inflation can be resolved a little. But it needs questionable for those in areas affected by COVID-19. Ladies and gentlemen, for this problem, the government has provided guided cash assistance for all people so that they can meet their daily needs. But I want to say that we cannot survive expecting help from the government while we are lazy to know the government's appeal. Needs our awareness to comply with the appeal from the government. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all my speech about COVID-19's effect on inflation. Apologize if there are wrong words, sentence, or attitudes during my speech, because no human being is perfect. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Maria Evarista Lamablawa from SMAK Lamoholot. Okay, for the judges, we present the time to say something, some comment for Maria. Maybe we can start from Pater Agus.
Okay. Okay, let me start first. So that's the position that I expected from the contestants is done by Evarista. She's standing there and then she is performing her speech. That's what I expected, not sitting.
Yes, sir.
But we didn't have any rules on that. Okay, the second that I realized during our competition is done again. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Should we say sorry anytime we finish or we end our speech? That's my question, because it is about the culture as well. I would like to ask Helena, for example. I was trained not to say sorry. I mean, in the sense that I'm not to be not a humble person, but I'm not supposed to say sorry because I mean you have done well. You need to say sorry, but it's okay. Probably it is a cultural. I can understand, but I can see your structure. Your structure. You get the problem, and you criticize. You evaluate the problem. But the thing is, like before, we need to be in touch to be to get in touch with our local context. Evarista mentioned about the local area. Inflation is also true for the local situation. But you mentioned just a little bit. I would like you to elaborate more, to mention more about the cases, or giving one or two examples of the case in your local area in Witihama, for example. That's I didn't really see in that part.
Okay. In my area, Adonara, that are less infected by COVID-19, inflation it really felt, but we can resolve a little because community in my area have many side jobs, not one job. They have a job like farmers, fishermen, and weavers. so that I think in my area can resolve the problem. That's all my answer.
Okay. I think for the time being, that's okay. We can go to other judges. Okay.
Okay.
Maybe we want to hear from Helena.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think from the presentation, Maria Evarista has done well with the presentations and how to deliver a speech. With the topic economy and inflation, which is the COVID-19 economic impact on the inflation, I quite hard to see the big frame and what's basically the topics that she's trying to deliver. And and the whole speech is only probably maybe 2 minutes, that the whole things about the economic impact itself, and there's a little bit this link between the shortages, supplies, and the work that people have. So I don't really see the link in between, and what is actually the the clear message that she's trying to convey, which that's I don't get either. So overall, from the pronunciations, the richness of the vocabularies, and the delivery, it's very well constructed. However,
Thank you,
I
Miss.
still missed what's the point of the topic. I don't get the message really. That's only from me, but
Yes.
well done. It's very good.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Helena. And the last judges, Mr. Alex. Yeah. Pak Alex.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Uh, I, I think Helena, your performance, okay, your performance was not bad, and you try to look at the impact of COVID-19 pandemic to economy, yeah, economic life, and
Yes, sir.
you mentioned some problems, but you didn't offer um, solutions. I mean, yeah, maybe there was a solution, but it needs more solutions to be offered because there because you mentioned many problems there. And in terms of fluency and accuracy, I found some uh, I mean the mispronunciation was still found in your speech, and some grammatical utterances or sentences, but that's okay. Yeah, in general, it was a good performance. And I believe you are still in the process. Yeah, you are still in the process of making something better. So you have to take time. Yeah, um, to make good progress. And diction as well. Yeah, I mean the choice of words. Sometimes sometimes there is still. I mean, some words might be dropped. Yeah. For example, the use of result. Yeah. You mean result there is solve the problems. Okay. It is a solution. But you mentioned result. But yeah, I understand. Yeah, this is understandable because you are still in the process of learning and making uh, uh, good progress, yeah, of yourself. So that's okay. I think for the time being, that's it. And um, I the time is given back to the committee.
Okay, thank you for the judges.
Simple things.
Yeah,
I would like to add one thing, which is timing.
yeah.
Timing is about 5 to 7 minutes.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Okay.
It just because she did it the second time, so we had problems with her voice, and she needed to repeat it again.
Okay. Yeah.
That's why she took too much time.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Thank you for judges and thank you for Maria Evarista. We shall wait for the result. And we go to the next contestant. Maria Iponi Jocelyn from SMA Prateran Podor. Halo, Maria Iponi. Farel. Yeah.
Can't hear.
We still don't have the connected. Maria Farel. Farel Luru. Yeah. We still cannot hear you.
Can we move to the next one, please?
Yeah.
Can we
Farel.
move to the next contestant? We can come back to this person later.
Oh,
I think
okay.
she's ready now.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
there's a connection issue, but if we can move to the contestant number 4, and then we go back to the contestant number 3 later on.
Oh, okay, okay. Okay, we could try. Rindi, we go to the next contestant. Contestant number 4. Rindi Andriani from SMA Lamaholot. Rindi, have you ready?
Already, Miss. I'm ready.
Okay. Okay, we will go back to Farrell later. So now we listen to Rindi Andriani bin Payong from SMA Lamaholot. Please, Rindi.
Thank you for the opportunities given to me. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Rindi Andayani bin Payanganan from Lamahalat Senior High School.
Rindi, can you be louder?
Yes, Miss.
Yeah,
Can you speak
okay.
closer to the microphone, please?
Get closer.
Yeah.
Thank you for the opportunities given to me. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Rindi Andayani bin Payanganan from Lamahalat Senior High School. In this
Rindi, Rindi,
Yes,
sorry.
Miss.
We still cannot hear you.
Oh,
Can you be closer to the mic or to the speaker so we can hear you well?
okay. Thank you for the opportunities given to me. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Rindi Andayani bin Payonganan from Lamahalat Senior High School. In this opportunity, I will deliver a speech. So, here we go. The Honorable, the all juries, and beloved participant of English speech competition. First of all, let's say praises and gratitude to the person of God Almighty because His grace and mercy, and He still give us the opportunity to breathe the air, feel the radiance of the sun, and still stand strong until this day. In this opportunity, I will deliver a speech with the topic Overcome Education Problem in COVID-19 Pandemic. Ladies and gentlemen, many people say education is the key to get the success. Education is the way to reach our goals. But many people also doesn't care about education. And now the education world face a big problem that is about coronavirus. As we know, one way to disconnect the coronavirus is implement the social distancing. So many schools in Indonesia decide students to study at home. We know that study at home is not very effective. Why do I say so? Because at home, it's so many activities we do every day. Our activities at home, like helping parents, watching the television, and sometimes going out to movies, bring the bad impact to our learning process at home. Well, the question is, how can our learning process at home becomes very effective? The answer is, first, we must arrange the good time. Time to learning, time to helping the parents, and time to go refreshing. Second, don't delay time to study. And third, if we have any homework from teachers, we must complete it immediately. Ladies and gentlemen, if we connect the case of COVID-19 and education work, the relationship is very tight. The impact of COVID-19 to education work has positive and negative impact. The positive impact, like presence of cooperation between parents and teachers to educating their children. While the negative impact, like for parents who live with the insufficient life, will face problem for internet packets to their children. Well, how the solution to handle this impact? In my opinion, the government should come down in this matter, just like giving the internet packets to students. And when government has already given the internet packets to students, students should use it as well as only for education learning. So many students utilize the internet package to their personality interests, just like playing Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, or online game. Ladies and gentlemen, so many problems we face by education work right now. But this problem not can make us give up. Precisely or certainly have goals. Not just students, everyone who live in this world with their own purpose. For students, to achieve our goals, we must start with learning process, character formation, and high mentally. So, ladies and gentlemen, for my speech I have mentioned earlier, I want to order for all of us that without education, we will living our day, we will living our time for fighting to realize our dream. So let us always think how important the education for our life. Don't forget pray to God. Ask Him to give us the strength and spirit to be knowledgeable person. Just like Albert Einstein said, that knowledge without religion is limping and religion without knowledge is blind. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is my short speech. I hope it can be useful for all of us. And for your attention and time, I say thank you very much. Finish.
We please, Helena, be the first judges to give the comment for
Okay.
Rindy.
Yeah, thank you very much, Rindi Handayani. That was a really good performance. I think you pick a subject that very close to you as a student. And hello?
Hello? Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'm carrying on. So I think first of all, I think the way you pick your subject is really, really good because this is something that's very close to you and this is in your comfort area. However, in terms of how you deliver it, I find it the structure is a little bit here and there. but that's absolutely not a problem when you do the structure. But in the way to make people understand about what do you trying to say to us or us as an audience, I find it a little bit hard to follow. However, in terms of you know, whenever i whenever I make a speech, or whenever I find some a subject that's very close to my situation, to me as a interest, my own personal interest, um, to tell stories about something that's related to you, it's always very interesting. So I think with this subject would be very much interested and become more strong in the way you deliver your issue or your topics or your points with a story, which is your own story, and you almost get that. But I didn't have the whole full story, and I really missed that. So if next time you pick something that close to you again, just tell from your own stories, because I think that's more likely to be relatable to, and even to the audience, that's really strange to you. But overall, your delivery is good. Although I still a hard time for me to understand some words that you're trying to say, but I think this is a very good subject. Very well done.
Thank you, Miss.
Thank you, Helena. And now we are going to Pak Alex. We will go to Pak Alex. Pak Alex.
I cannot hear Pak Alex.
Maybe Pater can go first.
Oh,
While we're waiting for Pak Alex.
do I go first?
Okay, yeah. While we're waiting for connecting again with Pak Alex.
Okay,
Hey.
Pak Alex is ready there.
That's okay, Father. Yeah, go on, please.
Pak Alex, you can go first. You may go first.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, first of all, I'd like to say sorry because I couldn't hear clearly when Indri was making her speech. Your voice got lower. I don't know exactly why. I I tried very hard to listen to you. Yeah. Even though I could catch all the words, okay, all the words, but it was really so hard to listen to your speech. Yeah, I think overall your performance was good. Yeah, and the way you relate the topic and the situations of the facts uh, are also good, and you seem to have some little problem, yeah, little trouble with grammar, but that's okay. As I said to the previous yeah, the previous contestant, that it is understandable. Yeah. Um, uh, the diction, yeah, okay, good. Um, but only one thing that I had something like a problem from you because your voice, yeah, because of your voice. I don't know, because you had some problems with okay, you had problems with internet connection, or I don't know exactly, but it was very hard for me to listen to it and to try to listen to your speech. And for timing, that's okay. Uh, Helena and Father Agus,
Yeah.
that's it that I can say.
Okay. Thank you, Pak Alex. For me personally, overall, it is a good speech. Basically, I like your natural way of delivering. Like I saw for the first speech that you had, you still have that quality of being natural. You trying to be natural, and you did. Uh, I also have difficulties getting the whole ideas because of probably because of the connection. The connection. Your voice is low, and I could hardly hear you. So I lost some points. However, I still get the point, the structure, and uh, especially in the part of solutions, I can get the solution that you get. Okay. Uh, the other thing is also like Pa Alex mentioned before, the problem of grammar, wording. I mean, when you have to say to use adjective, you use the nouns, but minor mistakes in that case. But I can still say that it is overall a good speech. So thank you for your speech. Thank you, Rindy.
Yes.
Okay, thank you for all judges. Thank you, Rindy, for your time and for your speech. We shall hear the result later. Thank you, Rindy. Okay, we shall try to back again to Maria Iponi. Farah,
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me?
yeah, this is Maria Iponi, yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
from SMA Prateran Pod. Other judges can hear.
Yes, I can.
Okay,
Yes, clear.
okay, okay. Farah, please.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Greetings to all of us here. First of all, let us thank the Almighty God for giving us grace, guidance, and never-ending blessings so we can be here in a good condition amidst in this coronavirus pandemic. Ladies and gentlemen, coronavirus cases are increasing throughout the world, including Indonesia. This virus spreads rapidly from one to another through physical contact, coughing, sneezing, and also airborne. Indirectly, the coronavirus disease or COVID-19 pandemic has affected many sectors of life. For instance, education, economic, tourism, transportation, and social. Well, in this speech, I'm going to talk about the impact of COVID-19 on social sector. Sociologically, the COVID-19 pandemic has caused unplanned social changes in our life. Nobody imagined that this pandemic would cause human suffering, especially on social aspects. People are not ready to accept the new habits in this pandemic because it is feared that it would destabilize social values and norms that have been developed and adopted in our social life. It must be admitted It must be admitted that the impact of COVID-19 has forced the society to be adaptive to face the changes of the social aspect because our world won't return to the situation before the pandemic. It means that we also have the new aspect of social life, which acquired unintentionally caused by the pandemic. Ladies and gentlemen, there are some impacts of COVID-19 on social aspects. Firstly, people become suspicious and mistrust other people around them. We are worried to interact with other people, afraid to be host or invite people to our house, or maybe attend a party. These happen because we do not want to be infected. We must obey the health protocols, otherwise, people would be offended and uncomfortable. Secondly, we are starting to drift apart from each other. Indeed, we are all following the social distancing regulation from the government. The problem is, it creates limit interact socially. For example, when we want to interact with others, we have to keep our distance at least 1 meter from others. We are also limited to physical contact with other people, such as shaking hands, hugging, holding hands, and other physical contact actions to prevent the spread of COVID-19. Traveling would also hard to do. Thirdly, the negative stigma. It seems like to our society, being infected by the coronavirus is a disgrace This stigma makes the patient and his family are ostracized and seen the patient and his family as a disgrace, which cause the problems were in our society life. In fact, this is a false perspective. I personally think that the COVID-19 patients need the physical and mental health support during recovery. They just need quarantine, not excommunication. Ladies and gentlemen, based on the social impacts I've explained, we must understand and know the way COVID-19 spreads to human body and how to avoid ourselves from the COVID-19 infection. If we understand the proper knowledge about it, we can both prevent ourselves from the infection and still be able to interact within our society without making others offended. Furthermore, let's not be judgmental. The prejudice toward people who are sick and joke about this disease must come to an end to avoid estrangement in our social relationship. Do not make COVID-19 as our social barrier. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's keep our social relationship healthy, support others mentally and physically, help each other to resolve the social problems, and be respectful. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Vera. We can start uh, heard the comment from Pater.
Overall, for me, everything is okay. For me, it is excellent. I can get the topic is clear, the voice is clear. Basically, I like your clarity, voice clarity. Your voice is very steady, and I can
Thanks a lot, Father.
I can understand the point from your voice itself. I can see the structure. I can also see the simple solution at the end.
Thanks a
So
lot, Father.
everything is okay. But only minor. I cannot see your voice because of the lightning probably because
Uh,
you didn't face the light.
I'm sorry about that, Father.
It's okay. It's okay. The point is, I get your point. I am able to get your point. Okay, that's the point.
Thanks a lot,
And I
Father.
have the clarity of your voice clarity. And I got also other things, and especially the structure, I get very clearly. Okay, I go to the other judges. Thank you.
Thanks a
So
lot.
thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Pater. Now we go to Pak Alex.
Okay, thank you. Uh, yeah, Ivoni,
Yes, sir.
I think, yeah, from the start, I got impression, yeah, that you are well prepared for this speech competition, and you had a very minor, yeah, errors in, yeah, structure and yeah, especially in structure. I think this what Agus said, yeah, excellent. Yes.
Thanks a lot, sir.
The way you relate the topic to the facts, yeah, because you look at the impact of COVID-19 to social life and something which was normally practiced in our daily communication and interaction must be reduced because of the COVID-19. And you mentioned some like shaking hands, hugging, etc. We could do, yeah, we can't do such things anymore because we need to keep the distance and we have to pay attention and follow the government's rule about COVID-19. And yeah, I think that's all that I can say. That you have very minor errors or almost. Yeah, I don't see any. Yeah, I don't
Thanks a
see
lot,
any. So,
sir.
yeah, from the
Lot,
first
sir.
to the interview session, and now I think your appearance, your appearance, your performance is natural. Yeah, it is not artificial performance, but yeah, it's natural, and I like it very much. Thank you.
I'm glad to hear that, sir. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Pak Alex. And now, Helena.
Hi, Maria Ivoni. I think you nailed
Hi,
it.
Miss.
Yes, very well done. In the way you present it, in the way you talk about your case, and you present it very clear, step by step. And
Thank you.
for me, I get the whole things that what you are trying to say, and it is a strong statement. You come with a very clear messages, and it is very important that the last, even you starting with what is the point, but you also ended up with and ended your speech with a very clear point about how people have to behave one to another. And I think that for me, from so by far, you are quite inspiring in the way you give your speech, and I think for a person in your age, in your with your peers, to be inspiring, it's one of the quality that many should have, and very well done for that.
Thanks a lot, Mom.
Okay, thank you, Farah. Can I call you Farah?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you very much, Farah, for your speech. We should wait for the result. And now we go to the next contestant, Maria Cionia Kumaniran from Frateran Kotor 2. Can we have connected with Maria?
Yes, Mom.
Okay, this is Maria Cionira Kumaniran, please.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Not yet. Yes.
Okay. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for the chance given to me. In this occasion, I would like to humbly thank God for the blessings. My name is Maria Sionia Narutkumaniren from Pateran Kodor Catholic Senior High School. In this occasion, I'm going to talk about the strange educational system we have been implementing for 2 months. Ladies and gentlemen, New Normal is a policy to permit the economic, social, and public activities on a limited basis by applying the health protocols. It is an effort to keep the country able to carry out its functions while do the best possible way to save citizens' lives. Regions in Indonesia are categorized into zones, and the regulation applied in each zone are different. As the government authorized public places to open, schools are also allowed to slowly get back to its regular pace. This is definitely a fresh breath for the educational subjects because finally the learning process hopefully is able to get back to normal. However, the situation turns out to be different in the new normal. I personally think that new issues emerge in education sector in the new normal. The learning duration is shorter. The discovery learning process cannot be done in groups, and the learn by yourself is somehow interpreted as playtime. Now, what can we do to overcome these obstacles? Ladies and gentlemen, the Minister of Education and Culture in Indonesia has taken a great decision by preparing various options in order to feed the school necessity in different zones. Several schools in Larantuka have chosen to let their students to learn at school since the region is categorized in green zone. These decisions, of course, is done by paying attention to the health protocols such as grouping the students into smaller number and shifting the school period, um, adjusting seating place, adjusting seating placement in the classroom with the regulated spacing rule, setting up hand washing station at the entrance and outside the classroom, measuring body temperature, and spraying each room and objects around it with disinfectant. All of these efforts are made so that the students feel comfortable with the learning process at school and the parents are not afraid and worried about their children at school. Although all efforts have been made, face-to-face learning process can only be applied to areas in the green zone. What about areas with yellow and red zone? The online class by relying on internet and the other option offered by the government. This choice requires a solid collaboration between parents and school. This aims to avoid misunderstanding between both sides. Parents' involvement in students' learning process at home via online is very important, and schools need to understand that learning at schools with the teacher's guidance will be different with the parents' guidance at home. A good communication must be encouraged because a strong cooperation between parents and school is a very helpful means to enable the young generation pursuing their dreams and the best future for the country and their self. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Maria Sionia. Waiting for the comment, we start to from Helena.
Yeah, Maria Chionia, you're first of all, can you repeat to me what is it, the subject that you are talking about?
The topic of my speech is education.
Okay, so this is about the education. So I was, well, in the way you're presenting, of course, you speak very clear in the way you pronounce stuff, your words running fluently. However, I think there is some lack of it's, for me, it's like you reading for yourself. You don't really communicate. I feel the disconnections between you and me. Yeah, so I don't know who you're trying to tell, which is yourself or your audience. So in a way, the topic itself only get clear in halfway of your speech for me. I wasn't really clear in the beginning what was you trying to say, what was the topics about. In the end, it is about the communications between teacher and parents and students. And you left a little bit of big question mark for me in the way how this communication should be delivered among these three parties. And with that, I think there are a lot more a lot more to be done in the way your subject should be delivered. But I think for you to be able to go this far, it's already an achievement itself. So you should be proud of yourself. That's it.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Miss.
Okay, thank you, Helena. Now we go to Mr. Alex.
Okay, thank you. Your name is
Maria Sionenar Kumaniran. You can call me Sonia.
Maria. Yeah, so Maria is there. Yeah, okay, Maria Kumaniran.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you seem to depend on the text very much. Okay, and although yeah, I couldn't see the text, but from the eye contact and from the gesture, okay, probably a little bit of reading here, something in your text. But that's
I'm sorry.
okay. Yeah, I I go with Helena. Yeah, uh, about one thing. Yeah, you talk too much about education in general, but you don't relate this to the new normal era. I think you said before that your speech 19 education in new normal era. Okay, yeah, but information about efforts being made by governments, yeah, in new normal era, yeah, in relation to the COVID-19 pandemic. And yeah, again, the problem of gesture and eye contact, yeah, in your speech, okay, made us something like there is a distance between you and me and also the other judges, okay, in communication, especially in a speech making, even though you are the only speaker, but the way you deliver the speech can give an impression that you are talking to audience or you are talking to any particular people, and you keep the communication, yeah, between you and the audience or the interlocutors, yeah, by using gesture and eye contact. And unfortunately, we didn't have uh, such things in your speech. I think that's all. Yeah, but that's okay. Yeah, your voice is clear. Yeah, there is no there's no problem in your delivery, but you have to notice some things that, yeah, may give you a better chance, a better performance in the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Kasih makan dah. Makan di atas sama Kenek. Okay, thank you very much for all judges. Yeah. Now we go to the last finalist, last
I have
contestant. Oh, sorry. I'm very sorry, Pata. Okay.
Haragus.
yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically,
Sorry,
wait,
Ria. We
one
want
more
to
job.
listen to one more judge. Pata Agus, please.
Yes, basically, from the elimination round, Sonia, Sonia,
Yes, Pak.
I think you have like the other friends, quality in terms of when you speak, it is quite natural in yourself. I also can see in your, however, because of the I didn't get your topic clearly, so I lost your topic. Also, the use of grammar, practice, and the use of proper words for, in certain parts of the speech. Can you hear me?
Uh, Not really, Pak. Sorry.
Okay. Basically, I would like to tell you that you have natural skills actually in speaking.
Can you repeat, please?
So I have problem with connection probably. Okay, basically I struggle to get the point that you want to address.
I'm sorry.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So basically you have natural failures when you speak. You are natural. But I cannot find the point about your speech. I cannot see Sonia.
Can you hear me now?
Okay. Okay, Sonia.
Father,
Yeah.
I think it can be repeated later by the committee. Can we move to the next one, please? Because I have a real time constraint here now.
Okay.
Yeah. Jadi we had a bad connection with Sonia. Okay, Sonia, we will back to you later. Now we go to the last contestant, Maria Justina.
Yes, I'm
Okay,
here.
please.
Can you hear my voice? Excuse me.
Can you get a little bit closer to the microphone, please?
Can you hear my voice? I'm sorry.
I think so, yeah.
Yes, I can.
Thank you for the time that given to me. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom. Om Swastiastu. Namo Buddhaya. Salam Kebajikan. The honorable jury, committee, and all of the members of the final contest English speech today. Good morning and peace be with you all. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Justina Maria Indah Sukacita Ojan. I'm from Anpok Vocational Boarding High School. I really thank God for this opportunity to take part at the final round of this English speech competition today. I'm interested with the issue about technology with the title, The Importance of Technology in COVID-19 Pandemic. Ladies and gentlemen, let us praise and thank you to the God for his blessings and mercy so we can carry out of the English speech contest today. Ladies and gentlemen, nowadays, if I say coronavirus, all of us, but also the human in this world know what is the coronavirus. Yes, a deadly virus that attacks human respiration. I'm sorry. Can I try again? Because I think I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Can I repeat again?
Yes. Yeah. Let's do it. Redo it. Carry on.
I'm sorry.
Can you go a little bit higher to the camera, please? Because we don't see your face, really. I don't really see your face.
Closer to the camera. Closer.
Yeah.
Come closer to the camera. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
And just go directly to your topic, please. You don't have to do the reopening again. Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. Can I repeat again first?
Yeah, but please skip the whole opening about gracefulness. Okay, just go directly to your topic.
Okay, thank you. I'm sorry. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom. Om Swastiastu. Namo Buddhaya. Salam Kebajikan. The Honorable Jury, Committee, and all of the members of Final Speech Contest today. Good morning and peace be with you all. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Sistina Maria Indah Sukacita Ojan. I'm from Anko Vocational Boarding High School. I really thank God for this opportunity to take part in the final round of this English speech competition. I interest into the issue about technology with the title, The Importance of Technology in the COVID-19 Pandemic. Ladies and gentlemen, let us praise and thank to God for His blessings and mercy so we can carry out the final round of English speech contest today. Ladies and gentlemen, nowadays, if I say coronavirus, we all know and we are very familiar with the word. Not only us, but all the human in this world. Yes, a deadly virus that attacks human respiration and can make the death as soon as possible and can make the death as soon as possible when we are not realized. Everyone is restless and we all can help it. It is about we are really afraid or shocked with the virus we can easily caught at any time and anywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, this case really needs the government attention. The government must work hard due to this case to find a perfect way out for the country and its people in this pandemic. Ladies and gentlemen, to break the chain of spread of this coronavirus, the government thinks that it is important to implement a lockdown country of Indonesia. On this theme, I personally look that there are some great of faith in some parties of life of the world, especially in Indonesia during the lockdown of COVID-19 pandemics. First, the lockdown requires us to change our mindset and way of doing our job. And the second one is the most important thing for us as students and institution of education is teaching and learning activities in the school. And the third, I would like to pay attention also in the worship activities to our belief God during the COVID-19 pandemic. Ladies and gentlemen, the lockdown has made the economy decline of our country, starting from closing airports and harbor, tourism places are closed, companies go collapse, teaching and learning activities cannot take place face to face, and we can only worship in our respective homes. Ladies and gentlemen, don't you feel that when there is a coronavirus, we always pay attention to the economy decline or other detrimental and change the work part of the country regardless its positive value? Without realizing it, we forget one thing that's very helpful for us during the pandemic. Ladies and gentlemen, do you know what it is? I'm individually think that ICT system or information and communication technology system is the one thing that's very helpful for all parties of our life during the pandemic. We all took into the advantages of information and communication system. We learn from home using our laptop and handphone and also connecting into the internet and also using ICT system. Working from home, we also using our laptop and internet is also using ICT system. Shop from home, people buy things for their daily needs from home. They do not need to go to the market, but just use the ICT system. Also worship from home by live streaming in YouTube, to connect by internet, also using the ICT system. And now we are conducting the English speech competition. It's utilized by ICT system. Ladies and gentlemen, in this case, I would like to say that technology really helped us during the COVID-19 pandemic. Without the technology, this virus chain will be continued to develop as fast as not realized. Finally, I want to persuade all of my audience, all of the people in Indonesia, especially in its of Flores, to make the best use of technology according to our needs, without forgetting the negative side that can affect us. It is not difficult to do our activities in the pandemic situation if we are smart to organize all of it by using the technology. The honorable jury, committee, and all my friends that also joined the annual speech competition. I think it's enough of my speech. Thank you for your attention.
Okay, thank you very much, Linda. Maybe Helena can do the first comment.
Yeah, okay. Justina Maria, very well done. I think you pick a very difficult subject, to be honest, to talk about technology and COVID-19 in such a big, broad subject that you are delivering. I think what is difficult is that not always possible to talk about such a big subject in such a critical situation and make correlations in between. And if you cannot make it, that would be understandable totally. However, that I think what is that need to be improved is that that how you bring your subject into the core issue and then came out with a very clear message that you want your audience to take away. And I don't see. I think there are a lot of misplaced there that that you just difficult to, I think it's difficult to relate with, which is understandable. Again, I won't take this subject if I were you, because just to make and to put it into a perspective it can be a real challenge there. And the other thing is that one thing that I like that you showing one model of how you can get your message across is by repeating. And you're repeating about this ICT system for 3 times, which is that's normally you have to do also if you want to get your audience to remember the point of your speech by repeating itself. So that's something that you consciously, unconsciously practice, and I think that's something that can be done you can use that in other situations as well, if you want to convince your audience. Other than that, I think there are a lot of place that you can, or areas that you should improve, which is also make more rich on your vocabularies, because with this subject it's many new vocabularies that you have to imply and you have to use. And I think the only way by doing it, reading a lot of subjects that you are talking about, that would be really helpful. Other than that, it's a very good presentation overall and very well done.
Okay, thank you, Helena. Now we go to Mr. Alex. Mr. Alex? Yeah. Okay, seems like Mr.
Yeah,
Alex.
Maria,
Okay.
Justin, I just want to know, and the picture didn't appear, okay, and we only heard your voice. I don't know exactly what happened there, yeah, during this situation. Could you tell us, please, whether, yeah, you kept addressing your speech just like you did before, or you were reading, yeah, or you were reading out something in the text. We don't know exactly. So could you tell us, please, about the situation you got involved when you disappeared, yeah, in our side?
I'm sorry.
You get a point,
Could you repeat again?
Maria?
Yes, sir. Could you repeat again?
Could you just tell us a little bit about the situation you got involved when you disappeared, yeah, from the picture? I mean, we couldn't see your picture, but we only heard your voice. So during, I mean, in that situation, what did you do? Or what were you doing? Were you delivering speech as you did before, or you just read the text, etc.? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Maria, can you get a
Yes.
point? I mean, can you catch what I mean?
I'm sorry. I just can't
You
get
just tell me, yeah, what was going on, okay, when your picture on screen disappeared, okay? Were you reading, yeah, yeah, or were you delivering speech with orally? I mean, without reading. At least sometimes you can look at the text. That's okay. But just tell us a little bit about your situation, yeah, when your picture disappeared from the screen.
I just look at the points of my speech. I'm sorry, sir. I just look at the points of my speech.
Oh, sorry, I I I can't hear you. That's okay. Yeah. Yes.
Um,
As Helena said before, you need to explore, yeah, more uh, information to develop your vocabularies, because the topic you chose actually requires uh, some new vocabularies uh, that can be used to convey ideas related to the topic you chose. So yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree to what Helena said. Yeah, this is a very difficult subject or topic to be delivered, and yeah, as Helena said, if I were you, yeah, I wouldn't choose this. Yeah, but you did it. You chose the topic. That's okay. But yeah, in terms of diction, for example, you need to explore um, more information to develop your vocabulary in order to use the words properly, and it doesn't repeat the same words again and again. I think that's all.
Okay.
okay, thank
Thank
you.
you, Mr. Alex. Uh,
Yeah.
now to Pater Agus, please.
Yeah. I also see that the topic is hard. So it is lots of problem during your speech.
I'm sorry, Father. I can hear your voice.
It is a difficult topic. I also agree that it is a difficult topic, and I cannot see your face. Yeah, I couldn't see your presentation, and I can see you have problem with grammar, passive, active voices. Really struggle in using proper and structure more, work more on that. But overall, I said your struggle. Yeah, effort. I think that's all. Thank you. Overall,
Thank you, Father.
Okay, thank you. Maybe for the last partner, we can go to Sonia.
yeah, Sonia.
Yeah.
Yes, I wanted to say that from your body language that you need to have more time to master your material. Is that right? You need
Sonia.
more time to master your material, your speech content.
Sorry, I can't hear you clearly.
Okay. You seem to memorize your speech through your body language. Your eye contact is not perfect. I cannot see that you have good eye contact. You speak to your text during your speech. And I can see that you really struggle. But basically, as I mentioned before, actually you have natural way of delivering your speech. But this time you still struggle with content, with mastery your materials, your content of speech.
Sorry, Father.
Okay, but this is a learning point. Need more preparation, I think. I can see from the beginning of your speech, you also struggle when you stand there and you struggle to deliver your speech. Okay, but I think it's okay. I just want to accept that. Eye contact, body language, that's also important part of your speech. I think that's all.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
why,
I understand.
Father Agus, that's why I asked her to tell us
Yeah.
a little bit, yeah,
Yeah.
what was going on when her picture disappeared from the screen. Yeah, but maybe she had problems, yeah, about the internet connection and couldn't tell us um, about it. But that's okay, yeah.
Pak
So
Alex,
actually, yeah,
I'm talking to Kumaniren, I think. Sonia.
Yes.
Sonia.
I'm
Okay.
talking
Sorry,
to some,
oh, sorry. So are
Father.
you talking about Sonia, not
yes.
about Ojan, yeah, Maria Lam? Sorry, Father Agus.
I'm really sorry. Hello.
I'm very sorry.
Yes.
I'm really sorry. I have to
Yeah.
do a really hard stop here. I have to go. I really have to do a hard stop here. I have meeting exactly at 10. And can I say something before I go?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's been a great pleasure for me to join this program, and I think this is a very important program, and I'm very impressed to all the contestants that and also those who are helping the contestants to come up with such a brilliant idea and such a very good way to present it, and also having speaking on the second language that you studied is probably 5 6 years, and to be able to deliver such a manner, it's really impressive. I'm very impressed with everybody's very well done, doing such a great job, and carrying on, keep learning, keep studying, and make fun of it. Just English is a fun language. You should enjoy and have a lot of joy when you learn that. That's all that I can say. I really have to go. I'm sorry. Thank you, Father, and thank you, Pa Alex. It's really good to know you, and I hope we can carry on our relationship in other professional matters, and perhaps also not only in professional, we can be friends as well outside these competitions, perhaps, and
Yeah.
we can share emails and stuff after that. I'm very happy to meet you both as well, and also thank you for the invitation. Me.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Helena.
Yeah.
Bye. Bye.
Um, uh, we need further information from the committee. Ibu, yeah? Um, what are
okay.
we going to do after this? I mean, the mechanism of, okay, um, the mechanism of announcing the winners of this competition. Do you think that we need to talk, I mean, among the three judges, yeah, to talk about, yeah, uh, yeah, the championship of this competition, or we just send the scores, or what's the mechanism like?
Okay. Thank, thank you for the contestants, for the finalists. We shall wait for the judges' result later. We announce it, and then maybe Kasam,
Yes.
mm, maybe you can list all the uh, contestants, so the judges, we can talk to judges by private.
No. Hello, the committee.
Yes,
I
yes.
I think it is a good idea to give the judge, yeah, to say or to deliver the last words, yeah,
Yes, yes.
for
Oh,
this competition, and also yeah, for all the contestants, not only these contestants but also from the start, from the first round.
okay.
So
I think we give the judges uh, room for speak or for give some comment for the round here.
yeah,
So after that we can Helena have leave the room, but she already give the result from her that I can share to group for the judges for consider. And I tried to contact with Will since 2 days ago, but I still don't have any contact from him. But I will send his email, his first email that he gave his assessment of the contestants for consider for the judges to give or to choose the winner.
okay, Ibu Natalina. I
Yeah.
think it is quite difficult to expect from here to do judgment, yeah, on the in the final round, because yeah, uh, I mean, he was not here, and he didn't watch while the speech was going on, so it's quite difficult. So I think because we had Helena, yeah, during the speech competition time, I think it is a good idea to have the scores from Helena. But yeah, it depends on you. The committee has your own authority to decide whether you like to have scores from Helena or from Will. Okay.
Okay. Before we talk about that, it's better if the judges give the last word for the contestants.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay.
yeah. Okay. Please, Mr. Alex, you can go first.
Okay. Thank you very much. Yeah. Honestly speaking, I would like to say that this is uh, a very big event. Yeah. In the context of local senior high schools. Yeah. Why I said so? Because not all senior high schools can organize an event like this. Okay? So speech competition is actually an event which make people from other schools, yeah, to get involved. And usually, yeah, the government, the local government organizes this. And the school just send the participants on behalf of the schools. But you are very brave, yeah. I mean, SMA the Mompagong Luwak, yeah, yeah, very brave. You are very brave to organize an event like this. And I don't know whether you get any support from the local government. I mean, from Dinas Danka or from the region of East Flores Regency. Yeah, but uh, I have to say that this is a very big, very big event. Even though only some schools participated, but the rule says that only those who could apply for joining this event, then they were considered to be they are considered to be the contestants of speech competition. So I have to say thank you very much to Esmada Mompagong to the committee for organizing a big event like this. The second, thank you very much. I'm happy with the performances of the contestants, from different parts of places in East Flores, and from different schools, different senior high schools, involving the state or the public senior high schools and also the private senior high schools. And from the first round to the present, I think you are very good in your you are inspiring. I mean, this moment you can not only practice your English, but you also show the competence to the people that in such situation we are able to do something like this. And I think audience will be happy to see your performance. Next, the committee, not separate, I have to say the schools, to say my appreciation. I would express my appreciation to the school and also to the committee that you have already organized a very good event involving students from different schools, and even though through online system. But that's okay. This is a very good idea to do. And I hope in other moments, government will be getting involved. I mean, they can give their support in an event, even like this, because we are all concerned with the quality of our the quality of our education. This is one way to improve the quality of education in our place. That's in East Flores. And I also say thank you very much to Father Agus,
Welcome,
to
Pak.
Ibu Helen, and also to Will. Okay, we are very sorry, because we don't have Will here. And from the beginning to the was present, I haven't got in contact with Will yet, but I believe I believe that he is also happy with this competition. And the scores will go to the committee, and all the participants um, are waiting for the result of this competition. As we were told by the committee that uh, there will be a favorite contestant. So Father Agus, we also need to talk about the favorite contestant. And this favorite contestant is not chosen from this from this final round only, but also I mean, we need to take into account, yeah, the performances of the contestants from the first round until the final round. I think that's all.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Alex. And Pater, maybe you
Yes.
have words to say, last word for the contestants.
Okay. First of all, I would like to thank you very much for having me in your brief event and competition. I would like to congratulate the committee, as Pa Alex already mentioned and said that you are very brave to organize and to run this such a big event. It is, we can say that it is a risky decision, but you made it. You made it. You have made it. So I would like to
Thank you.
congratulate for your success
Thank you, Pak.
in this
Thank
big event.
you very much.
Actually, I have said before that I'm so proud as an English teacher that I've been teaching for almost 16 years. I think I have a good, very good impression of this event. So I'm very happy and I'm very proud of you guys there. So keep up the spirit, keep up the spirit, because with this, we are going to tell the students that they are not alone in learning foreign language, in learning English. They have good qualities that we need them to expose. Our
Yes.
children have this quality. And it is clear throughout our process from the elimination, semi-final, and this final round. So thank you for the community to have me here with you. And for the students, for all the participants from the beginning to the final, I would like to congratulate you, all of you. Believe that you can. Believe that you can. Believe that you are going to be successful with your language. Not only with your language, with the whole aspects of your life. You know, we can see throughout the contest that be proud of yourself because this is the best moment of your life, especially in this event. You are reaching this stage. So I would like to congratulate the whole contestants, but especially 6 of you who are in the final. So thank you for Podor. Thank you for and congratulations for Podor. Thank you and congratulations for Witihama High School. And thank you for ANCOP. This is my first time to hear the ANCOP. Yes, thank you for that. And the other one is from yes, only 3 schools that we have. But I would like to thank you and congratulate to you all. So learn and learn more and practice and practice and practice. Better off your language. And thank you for the judges for your ideas, your spirit, and thank you for our cooperation. Thank you for Alex.
Thank
Of
you,
course,
Father.
many experiences to share. And let's keep connected to share about our experiences in learning and also in teaching English. As you
Right.
mentioned before, Alex mentioned before that this is also for the future of our children, of our school children, our students, our young generation. We need to encourage them and to support them in many ways. And also, thank you and congratulations to all the teachers. We have to appreciate all the teachers that they have been working hard to help their students. So I'm really proud of you. So my recommendation is keep the spirit for the committee, keep going. If you in the future you're going or you want to do more in this area of competition or in other, please just keep going. Just keep the spirit. And also for the students, keep fighting for your future. Keep fighting for the future. Do the best. And take the message of your speech in this competition and to make it alive in your school, in your community, in your family. Finally, thank you. Thank you very much for this chance.
Okay. Thank you very much for Mr. Alex and Pater Agus. We're the would like to say thank you very much for all the judges who had gave us the positive comment, so we can go on and we can straight and uh, still can explore our ideas for some competition again, maybe. And we want to say thank you very much for all the contestants, especially for the finalists. You are very great. You are done well. And for the result, we wait for the judges to give the result, and we're gonna announce it tomorrow. We're gonna announce it tomorrow at the close celebration, like that. Is there something to say, Pasam?
I wanted to say to the speech contestant, thank you for all you do. I think you already do the best. So let the judge do their job. They will give you a score. About the announcements, it will be tomorrow. The invitation already been sending. So we wait you here in tomorrow in the Mompagong, Lubuk, so we can meet and we will announcement directly. And also I want to say thank you to the headmaster of the school who do a lot for the contestant, the teachers, and all of you doing for to make this competition success. I think that's all from me. So I want to say to the judge, after this, we can talk privately, the committee and the judge. So I'm sorry to the contestant, we need you to log out from this room so we can talk something with the judge about the score or final decision. So that's from me. Thank you.